Hello, my name is Joe Musselwhite, aka Mighty Joe. Today I've got a real interesting video review that has nothing to do with grip, but it has something to do with a body part equally, maybe more important than your hands as far as strengthening, and it's your neck. So without any further ado, let me introduce you to the neck flex. This is a neck strengthening conditioning harness, and it's made by the Gonza companies. There's a man by the name of Tom Hunt with the Neck Flex team that sent this to me, said review it, tell me what you think, do a video review of it. Well, it just so happens that I'm a huge fan of exercising my neck, strengthening my neck, and I'll tell you why anybody should. I don't care what sport you're in, or even if you're in a sport, your neck supports your skull, which houses your brain. So the stronger the support is for your skull, the better protected your brain is, assuming you don't receive head trauma to the skull and, bust your brains out. But a strong neck is important to anybody, male, female, athlete, non-athlete, makes no difference. Okay, I'm going to go over each component part of the neck flex and what you get when you order this thing. First of all, you get a harness, the head harness. It's made out of heavy duty nylon. I think you could pull a truck out of the ditch with this thing. And then it's lined with some padding, real thin padding, but it's super comfortable. It's got 4 D-rings on it for the 4 quadrants of your head, the front, back, and each side. It's got a chin strap, and it also has a little piece of foam right here for the comfort where the strap doesn't dig into your chin. Okay, I'll go more over this in a minute. So it comes with the harness, that's the main component. The next component is a resistance band. It's orange. It has carabiners already attached on the ends. Okay, and this thing, if you double it, which you'll have to use it, is 32 inches in length. Now here's where I went above and beyond what everybody that's reviewed it has not done, because I like to be unique and different when I do reviews, and that's kind of what I've been known for, so I'm going to stick to that, and here's what I come up with. Being that I have a digital dynamometer, I went ahead and hooked this up and did some resistance tests with it with my dynamometer. And with this doubled up with 32 inches resting length and then stretch it to 100 inches, I come up with 48.6 pounds. So you're getting 45 to nearly 50 pounds of resistance with this band. So that's huge. That is plenty for anybody. And if you just barely put tension on it, I mean, you can get as little as 5 pounds of resistance from it. So the band's plenty strong in case you're wondering. So I actually tested the band myself with a digital dynamometer. Okay, another thing that comes in the package, you'll get 2 of these wood screw hooks. In the event you don't have no way to attach the resistance band, you can screw these into a rafter or a stud, a vertical stud in the wall or in your garage, and then you'll have some way to hook the band. And they're rubber coated so that it doesn't cut into or harm the band. So it's a really neat package. Okay, now let me go over how you use this thing, and I'm even going to give a recommendation on here, because I always do if I see some way to improve an already great product. One thing I noticed when I've been using this thing for about a month is that this tag that's sewed on there, which makes it look great, it has the original neck flex, the Gonzalez companies, and patent pending. That's what it says. Okay, but it kind of confused me which way to put it on, because it's got 4 D-rings, and the normal way of thinking is you think that that's the front. Well, it's not. This is the front, so it's off to one side. Okay, maybe no big deal, but it does it's frustrating. So what I did, and I'm not saying you have to do this, but for me it just made it a lot simpler. I took a yellow marker and wrote an F right there, so that's the front. And then on the back, I wrote a B for the back. So it just makes it real easy to orient this thing when you go to put it on, not have to sit there and think 2 or 3 seconds about the tag. It just kind of throws you off. But as far as the functioning, the build of this thing, there's no problem. I really like this, and by the way, I think this is the future of all neck training, neck strength training, and you'll see why here in a minute. I want to thank Tom Hunt for allowing me this opportunity. It's a unique opportunity because it's not grip related. Okay, so let me show you how to put the head harness on and how to attach it. And it's fully adjustable in the back. I mean, it'll fit any head, big or small. You put this on, and then the chin strap, it's so simple. You just pull it through right there and tighten it up. And then it has Velcro right here. It won't slip. All right, now you're set, okay? Now, let me show you, first let me explain, there's two methods of using this thing, or attaching it. There's there's the anchored and non-anchored method of using the neck flex. Okay, this would be considered an anchored method, what I'm fixing to show you, but the non-anchored is where you attach the resistance band and you actually hold on to it and you manually, like if you was doing lateral bends like this, you would hold on to the band, okay? So that would be like a non-anchored method, but all the exercises I'm fixing to show you are anchored to something, and in this instance, it's my power rack. Okay, so let me show you how I set it up. And remember, if you don't have nothing like this, that's why it comes with the two wood screw hooks. So what I did here, so you can see, I put this nylon strap, this is part of a daisy chain, over the bar, and then I run the resistance band through it until the ends are equal. Now, you simply, we're going to work the front and the back of the neck first. That's what I'll show you. Here's the front. See, now I know one side goes here. You clip them on with the carabiner, like that. Grab the other one. Click it on. Now you're ready. Put it right back on, like this. And I'm fixing to tell you an important point I figured out by using this thing. And by the way, I've used this now 5 weeks. My neck started at 16 inches, and it's now 17 1/8. So I put on 5/8 of an inch in basically 5 weeks, and that's using it 3 times a week. That's not using it every day. And the neck can take a lot of volume, but let me warn you, I would advise and suggest, before you even put this on and start adding resistance, actually kind of groove the nervous system, groove the motor pattern for what you're fixing to do without anything. In other words, just work your neck back and forth until it kind of gets fatigued to get the blood flowing, get the joints lubricated. Do it side to side. In other words, with no load, no resistance. Okay, get good and warmed up. And then put it on and start off easy, because if you're not used to neck training, you can wake up the next day and let me tell you, you can have a rough day. So just start easy and progress slowly. Okay, now, if you'll notice, I've got it attached. Here's an important point I figured out. You want to attach this thing about the top of your head height, and I'll tell you why. Because when you put tension on this and get it loaded, if you're up too high, it pulls on these and it'll kind of choke you. If you're too low, these carabiners will get down like this and they'll scrape your ears. Okay? So this is an important point as far as comfort in your training. You want it about the top of your head, and it puts it at a pretty good angle to where they're probably centered in the D-rings. Okay? And it's real simple. Just brace your core and put your neck up. This thing doesn't slip, doesn't snap, crackle, and pop. Okay? There you go. And you determine your sets and reps, because everybody's different. Okay? Now to do that right there was neck flexion. Now to do extensions, You just go the other way. It's real simple. My back will be to you, but you'll see real quick what you'll get it. You do it like this. Now you've worked the front, the back, and the front of your neck. And see, with this height, right, for my height, the carabiners ain't interfering on my ears or anything. The chin strap's not choking me or nothing. So that's a critical point. And this thing is flawless if you'll attach it like that. Okay? Now, to do the side, okay, that's where the other D-rings come into play. Okay? So that would be the front one right here. Now we'll work the sides of my neck. Here's this one. Grab this one. Put your thumb on the part that moves so you don't get all confused. Hook it to the back. Put tension on it. And now, like I said, brace your core. Put your hands on your hips. And just with your neck, work both sides. Just like that. Okay? And then do an equal amount of reps and sets on the other side. It's really simple. But now, here's something I come up with on my own. Okay? I call this the hybrid exercise. It's a combination of both. Now, in the videos and in their instructions, they don't recommend, they don't have this, but that's not to say they don't recommend it. But let me show you what I come up with, and I hope the neck flex team really likes this, because I really like it. And I tell you what, you want to work your whole neck with one movement? Watch this. I got a 20-pound resistance band attached off to the side, okay? And what you do is, and it's got to be a light one, okay? You attach it over to the side like this, okay? Now you have lateral tension, and then load it like this, and then you're still working your, hang on, yeah, got that. Now you walk forward, there. Now I've got it tension in the back, I've got it on the side, and then not only am I flexing my neck, I'm having to resist the tension of this band on the right hand side, pulling my neck that way. So I call it a hybrid movement. See, now everything's tight. It's pulling from the back and from the side. And then brace your core. And let me tell you, it blows your whole neck up. And instead of having two attachment points, one on the right, one on the left, just simply unhook it and turn around and face the other way and work your left side. So I really love that movement, that exercise. I call it a hybrid neck exercise because it's a combination of all of them. Okay, there we go. There's that. And then you just undo the chin strap, just like that. Take it off. You're ready to go. You've worked your neck. I did a complete series of front, back, and the sides in my hybrid movement, all in about 12 minutes, and my neck was blown up. And I really like this thing. It's great. It would last a lifetime. They're not that expensive for what you get. You're looking at $100 plus shipping. I would pay it all day long because you just can't beat it. And there's some advantages, in my opinion. I've used like the Ironman neck harness and various other harnesses, and there's not a thing wrong with them. High quality, but when you go to using weights, that weight is static as far as if you put 25 pounds on there, it's always 25 pounds. But with a resistance band, the resistance increases as you go through the range of motion. The further you move forward or backwards, it increases, which that's good. And it's a lot easier on your joints. It really is. Just experiment for yourself and you can see. You'll feel it yourself. It's way better. So there it is, the neck flex. Now, where do you get these? Okay, real simple. Go to theneckflex.com. TheneckFlex.com. Neckflex.com. And tell them Joe Musselwhite sent you, and I got it in the mail really quick. Like he said, he sent it on a Monday. By the end of the week, I think it's on a Thursday. So there you go. I hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps you make a decision if this is for you. And remember, anybody can benefit from a strong neck. And how do you get a strong and conditioned neck? In my opinion, there's one way: the Neck Flex. Okay? Thanks for your time, and have